a speaker at one of, if you need a speaker at one of your monthly luncheons, we could be interested in doing that. So this, uh, we've have some of these, but I've not been involved in putting them together. Do you want me to, if they're interested, pursue this idea of, mutual discounts for their members that join us and our members that join them? And I
Yeah,
have no idea how many people would be interested.
yeah, I think we can just do a discovery. Hi there. Sorry about that. I
Go
was
ahead, Linda.
just to do a discovery as we've been growing our professional relationships with the other organizations. And so, yeah, to see what it could look like if it's a percentage off of their membership. I'm not sure too regarding cross-pollination. As we know with ATD and HR Houston, we know that there's a lot of our members that are part of those organizations. I'm not as familiar with AMA.
Yeah, and I don't know if our members would have any, they're like us, they're wanting to expand their membership and their reach and, you know,
Mhm.
I'd say
um,
it makes sense for
but
like business coaches and stuff for sure. So
yeah,
maybe it's up to
yeah,
Yeah.
them.
it could be.
Well, and I love if there's something that we can leverage or continue to leverage around marketing, because a lot of our coaches get into the entrepreneurial space and then they're like, oh, I have to market myself. Oh, I have to, sell. And so if there's something along that pathway that we can strengthen
Yeah.
that um,
And that
information
is
they
that
share.
was that was one of the things I talked about is the fact that our coaches are always wanting to and needing to learn more about marketing, and whatever we would do, we would like to get some learning coming back the other way. On a side note, I was talking with Elena on the coaches launchpad today, and I think we've got a speaker, a marketing speaker lined up for January, which is their next open meeting
Mhm.
from someone from the AMA. We'll talk about marketing on the coaches launchpad. But anyway, so I will, she was going to go back and talk with her board and executive director and see which of these. I mean, she came into it thinking she was just going to ask me for a sponsorship. And I'm like, but we're left with all of these ideas. So we'll see where that goes. And then Bruce pursued something with the African American Marketing Association. I was out, and you sent them a proposal that was kind of similar to some other thing, that other earlier proposal. Is there anything there that you've heard? And if not, let me know what I can do to follow up.
We have gone back and forth a couple of times. It is back in their court. The board asked a couple of questions because it was time bound on 25. So I changed those dates, to give us 6 months of kind of leeway, and they were happy with that. So it's in their court right now. I have not had a chance to follow up with them to see where that goes from here, but it sounded positive. Three of the board members were chiming in on that particular, and she just forwarded the email to me and I answered the question. So sounds
Okay.
like it may be something that we can pursue in the first part of next year.
Okay. And if you
Put
want
that in
to
your
send,
report, right, Bruce? That report.
and then Joe, we had that Google Cloud dialogue going on, and it just kind of, I haven't heard anything more. Have you? So this was an opportunity that Joe identified with Google Cloud, and again, exploring different options, and we sent them something, and I've heard nothing. Have you?
No, me neither. I haven't heard
Okay.
anything from them.
Okay. I'll
Um,
I'll I can follow up with you separately to see what I need to do to maybe prod them or
it will be useful to see what they want to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then not set up yet, but someone from the Project Management Institute has contacted me about wanting to talk about things, and we're in the process of setting up a meeting, but nothing there yet. And then the AMA Job Forward program that we did earlier this year. It's time to get some feedback, and my contact from them has said the only feedback she has heard is because these job forward people are people who are in job transitions and therefore unemployed. She heard that some of them just weren't willing to spend any money on coaching. Now, I know, Joe, you had one person, but I have no idea how many people took us up on this.
I think their president was the one I had,
Yeah.
and we had a couple of sessions, and her feedback was good. But I think that um, you know, maybe we need to explain the value of coaching to them a bit more, because if they don't want to pay at all, then really our members will not be. It's low bono, not pro bono. Our members need
Yeah.
to be
And
incentivized. Yeah.
I shouldn't have said they haven't said they don't want to pay anything. I think it was the fifth, at least the feedback I've heard is for people who are unemployed, $50 an hour was feeling a little more than they were willing to put out when they didn't have any income. So maybe it's not
True.
zero, it's somewhere in between if we
Yeah.
want to do that. And Bruce, because we basically put forth the same thing to the AAMA, did you get any pushback on the
No,
cost?
the cost was one of the selling points, I think,
Yeah,
because I think they are more used to it being a higher cost. So I think
yeah,
that was a good selling point for them in that space.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's the fact that these other people, by definition of the group they were in, they're in job transition, so they're a little more sensitive.
And in terms of
Um,
partnerships with the AMA, if I may just chip in, I think that it's a really good thing for our coaches to interact with the AMA, especially the ones doing their certification process, because they, just like us, need some amount of like a portfolio to build. And our coaches can also have low bono marketing consulting of some sort to help them along. I think it's a good thing
mhm,
to
mhm.
explore with them, and maybe we can put it into our programming for next year so that they can come talk about it. And then we can probably have clusters of our coaches have interactions with clusters of AMA people, almost like the way we do Coaches Corner, but then they do Marketing People's Corner or something like that. I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. So that's it. I will, and Karen, we've got the list of the people that volunteered for this Job Forward program. So I'll probably get with you and see if I can't just approach them and see, just so we can find out how much uptake there was and if they had any feedback on it. And Juliana at the AMA is doing the same thing on her side. That's all I've got.
Awesome. Thank you.
Can I jump back in?
Yeah.
So along on Susan's, I've been I went to the Greater Houston Partnership meeting the other day and met a lot of nonprofit folks talking about coaching. And so I've talked to Work Faith, I've talked to Prison Entrepreneurship. There's a couple other ones that SIR jobs that use coaching, but did not know that we were ICF. I say ICF Houston was able to supply coaching. So I've reached out to a lot of them. I got an email back from Work Faith today. So I'll be setting up meetings with them over the next couple of weeks to kind of make sure that if we can at least get in and really start talking about what real coaching is, then maybe that could be an avenue for us to also get some coaches in front of people and really kind of help them in that way too.
So Bruce, um, I don't even know what I want to say. We'll see what comes out. Let me know or how I can help there because I haven't talked to her lately, but at one point, someone that I know pretty well was on the Work Faith board. And they actually asked me to come on the board a few years ago, but I couldn't do it at the time. And then another friend of mine I don't know if she's on the board, but she's very active in the prison entrepreneurship program. So if that's useful, I might I know I have at least one a contact at one of the organizations and maybe at both of them,
Yes,
if
so that'll
if
be
that's
perfect.
needed.
Yeah, that'll be great because that way I talked to Chris Volka. I guess he's the new CEO of Prison Entrepreneur. And so
Okay.
he was really receptive to the idea because I think they already have a couple of coaches, but he was like, they're not credentialed or anything. So he was really intrigued by me talking about credential coaching and how that could help him. So I think this would be a good avenue for us to go. So yes, I'll take you up on that and we can maybe get an introduction there.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. We're Monique making our way through Round Robin. So Karen is up.
Okay, so we've done, I think since the last meeting, we had that coaching circles at the Women's Masters Network. And Melanie gave a presentation on what is coaching and everything. So thank you, Melanie, for that. And several of our coaches and participated in that and well received. We also did the ATD conference, we did the ATD conference Coaches Corner on September 18th, and Lorraine Lewis helped coordinate that, and that was very well received too. Went well. We have coming up later this month the Texas Conference for Women in Austin, and we have several people who are signed up to do that. I had mentioned before that we would see about doing the Power Tools Conference for nonprofits again, that we helped with their Coaches Corner last year. But when I contacted the person who was running it last year, she didn't reply. And I mentioned it to Robin Christian when I said, I haven't heard back from them. I know you were at that last year. And she goes, I know somebody there. I'll prompt them. Anyway, bottom line is the person finally replied and said, I'm so sorry. I've had, I don't know, health problems, issues, whatever stuff going on. And because there's just like no bandwidth to handle it, that they are going to still do a coach's corner, but just with their speakers or something this year, and that we can revisit doing it all next year again. So anyway, that's not going to be on our plate this year, but yeah, that's mainly what's going on with, and other than that, no other conferences the rest of 2025.
We've been busy this year. You've done awesome.
There's a lot of different things that previously, yeah, and so there's seasons. It seems like the fall, like early fall, like late summer, early fall is more busy, and then there's some things in the spring, but then like around the holidays, not as much.
Yep. Cool. So I'm gonna go and then I'll shoot it over to you, Kelly. Just on my end, elections are in progress. We have our board that is being confirmed. Thank you to everybody who submitted their bios and all their info thus far. The voting ends on Friday, so we should have our board ready or confirmed and ready for announcement at the annual meeting. We do have 2 positions that remained open, but I had somebody reach out, and we kind of went back and forth, but she never actually submitted a nomination, a self-nomination. And then today, when she saw that the position was empty, she's like, "Oh, can I run for it?" I'm like, "Well," so I think we can still fill it, but I would propose that we wait until after the elections are done and like all of the thing, and then do it as a vacancy appointment after the fact. But that still leaves 1 position remaining, so that's
And
going.
you said she was interested for the programs one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would just I would agree with your recommendation and then offer that Joby, one of the individuals that do speak with whomever is interested in programs, because there's a larger lift in programs than to put it mildly, right, Joe? So it's not for the faint at heart. Coming as a former programs person.
Yeah, and
Are you
just
getting any questions? Because I did complete my ballot today when I received the email for the vacant positions on whether or not you should put accept or.
I deleted. I did, and then I deleted
Okay.
because you don't need. Yeah.
Okay.
And somebody else brought up the activity report, and I know you're probably going to touch on this, but don't forget to submit your activity because I just did mine.
Yes, yes. I did a gentle reminder, a little nudge over. I had some windshield time. We went to San Antonio to see Jackson's team. So I was like, oh, I can send all these emails
Right.
right now. But yeah, so thank you to everyone who has already submitted. If you hadn't already submitted, please do, as I want to continue building upon it and then submit it well before it's due. So I'll work on that over the next week and through the weekend, so that way, and then I'll shoot it out to just to kind of get some extra eyes to make sure I didn't miss anything about it.
Yep. And then just my last reminder would be, as for those of us who are rolling off and transitioning, let's go through our files and emails and all of that good stuff to get it cleaned up for transition to the next people who are coming in. So leave it nice and organized for them. What we don't necessarily have is a process around like changing the email passwords and all of that good stuff. So, well, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
offline.
because that was not fun going into the new year trying to get the email.
Yeah, so
aligned.
we just need to figure out from the admin side how to do all that.
Okay.
That's all I have. So
Okay.
Kelly is up last, and then Javon and Monique will pass it over to you.
Okay.
Kelly going?
Kelly might have stepped away. 'Cause-
Okay. Well, I don't have much. I mean, for me, it's of course the board positions are looming. So excited to see what happens with that. But the big thing, the big rock is our board meeting / holiday party on December 3rd. So again, the board meeting will be on at 5 o'clock. We'll have an hour, and then the party will be from 6 to 8, and this will be at Flight Club. So we're going to do a new place this year. So we're looking to get the communications out. I think I've seen an email from someone about accessing the events calendar or something like that, but I have to double check that. I've been on the move, on the go for the most part, but so I'm excited for that. Excited to see you all in person, December 3rd.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Paid the invoice, so we're in. We're locked
Yeah,
in.
we're in. We're locked in. Make sure
We're
y'all
locked.
show up. So we
Yes,
can make the
Javon
most
picked
of it.
good food last time at the other place, so we're
Yeah.
gonna make sure. So, and then Zach is in class today, but one of the things kind of behind the scenes is increasing our contacts. We've exceeded our plan amount, so that is pending. So I have approved to increase the budget for that so we can we've purged, and so that's a good problem to have, that we're over our 200 contacts after a purge. So we've made room for those that are finding out about us and interested in joining us. And then the other piece I had, which I talked about, the activity report. If you need to ping me on the side, I try to chop it up and make it as easy as possible. But if you're struggling or hitting a roadblock on anything, just ping me on the side and we can talk through it. And then I have been trying to find a way to say thank you to all of you. And my initial idea was to say thank you by offering you an opportunity to go to Converge. But then when I spoke with the money person, he was like, maybe not Converge, but because I was about to break the bank because I really want to express my gratitude. But I did want to share with all of you and get your feedback and thoughts and reactions around if you have availability to attend a local event. So ATD, the Org Development Conference, is going to be in Houston. And it is going to be, what is that, October 20th through the 23rd, if I'm, yes, so not a whole lot of time in regards to it. I've tried to reach out to them in order to get pricing on a group rate, but I didn't want to kind of over pursue it if there was not interest and as well as if there was not availability. So we can afford to do it, and in respect to the fact that it is local, and for those of you who have hung in for many years and those who have just hung in, I truly want to express my appreciation. So I was trying to find a creative, helpful way to do that, where if you need additional CEUs, just kind of doubling down on multiple reasons of a thank you. So I'll pause to just see any reaction and if there's availability.
I'll just say thank you. I think that's a very kind gesture, and I appreciate your appreciation. But I am not available those dates. So
Okay, thank you.
Is it a multiple day event or just one of those
It
days?
is. It's the 20th through the 22nd.
but by the way, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. You don't need to have me there. I'm just grateful for your expression of appreciation.
But it's local. Do you know where it's located?
I
did.
just looked it up here. It's at the Omni Riverway, kind of like near, in that kind of near 610 and I-10 or Woodway or something.
Oh.
610 and Woodway, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the Omni Hotel.
I'll look at it. I mean, it's because it's daily, I don't have to leave town. That sounds good.
Nope, you don't have to leave
Thank
town.
you. Yeah.
Bruce, I'm gonna force the issue.
Well, yes, thank you for the thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, yes, I can make it work. So yes, thank you. I will take
Okay.
you up on that.
Can you
Great.
say
I
the
was
dates
just
one more
about to say,
time?
Bruce, can we go together?
I love it, commuting together.
Yeah.
Can you share the dates one more time?
Sure, the 20th through the 22nd.
So in a week.
Yeah, lo siento.
Of October?
Yes, uh-huh. I think Melanie's thinking, Karen?
So I'm available the 20th, the 21st. I have 2 different doctor appointments. And the other stuff I have, I think I could work around, but I could do like the 20th and the 22nd.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Same. I have something else on the 21st, but I can do the 20th and the 22nd.
Okay, I'm feeling the yeses are happening. And Giovanna, he texted me over the weekend. So I'm thinking, are you still good?
Oh yeah, I'm cool. I think it's just
Okay.
a great idea to do something like that. So thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry, what's the
absolutely.
topic? I'm back.
Okay. Well, we're looking at the thank you since Converge was a kibosh. I talked to the finance person. So we're offering ATD org development, which is local in Houston, would require just the conference fee, not the accommodations. So we're checking everybody's availability.
Okay, okay.
And are you available?
Did you say was it the 20th?
The 20th through the 22nd is the conference.
That's in November, I'm assuming.
Nope, it's next week.
Oh no, I can't. I
Okay.
I have classes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and I'll check with Zach and Tati offline, but then that would be, so Joe's a yes, Bruce is a yes, Karen is a yes, Javon is a yes. Melanie, I wasn't clear. Were you a yes? But
Yes.
all three, okay, Melanie's a yes. And then I'll check with Zach and Tati. And then Susan and Kelly, we know that you are appreciative, but you're unable to attend. Okay, so I'll work it out over the next 48 hours so that I can but if you all can just safeguard the time, and if I'm gonna make that happen irregardless. So
Okay.
I'll make it happen.
So you'll contact me on the specifics, right? On the
Oh, paying for it?
yes.
Yeah, you're the money guy. I sure will.
I feel bad about being Dr. No.
About what?
I feel bad about being Dr. No.
Oh, yes. Kelly was, I think I gave Kelly a panic. He was like, what? But no, but yeah, I will work it out over the next 48 hours if you guys can hold the save the space on your calendar. And then I have safeguarded the time as well, and I intend on attending. So I'll take those two cellular phones with me so they could still find me. Well, that's what I had on the agenda as well. So, Bruce, and I'll schedule just a quick time to huddle or connect with you because I missed kind of the Southeast, the update. But I heard it was fabulous. Thank you again for attending for Javon and I. And then we're expecting to, for the annual meeting, is there anyone who's not going to be at the annual meeting on the 23rd?
Just to confirm, I accepted virtually, but I wasn't clear. Is it virtual or is it in
It is
person?
virtual.
Okay.
It is virtual.
And it's what 6 p.m. like it was last year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, I may be on a flight. I'll see. I have to see what time I'm flying back after a speaking engagement.
Okay.
That should be good.
Okay. And then, because we'll announce the elections, we're going to keep it very similar to what we did last year. Do a financial update, do the announcement of the next board, and then, just a highlight reel of what we've accomplished.
Sounds great.
Okay, and then I did respond and copy you, Melanie, on an email regarding social announcements and all of that. So I just want to make sure that you saw that and we were aligned.
I did see it. I haven't read it yet.
Okay,
Right here.
all righty. Does anybody have anything else?
Just to say, as we're getting ready for Thanksgiving, thank you, everyone. It's been a very interesting year and exciting year. Lots of good things happened. And to our president who felt that she had too many things to juggle, there you go. See, the universe, God, whoever came together and made it all work. And I don't think I've seen such a packed year ever. It's like it's been one thing or the other. I think our members are really engaged. And thank you for thanking us, and we thank you too. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kelly, for always bringing the money out last minute when we need it for food. Just thank you. It's the season of gratitude. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I know going into November, we have our Southeast Cluster event that we'll host for all of the Southeast. So it'll be virtual. That'll be the November 11th one. I keep telling Joe.
Yes, I need to. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll huddle with Bruce or you to get that
Okay.
out there. Yeah.
Awesome. And then we have the annual meeting and then Christmas party and TikTok as well. And my trip to Dubai was pushed to February. So I'll be at the November meeting as well. So that was great for our project plan. We needed the space. Who wants to do all of that right before Thanksgiving? I did not. Well, I appreciate you guys. Give me 48 hours and I'm gonna get us locked in, but I'll send out a communication regarding our entrance into the ATD org development event as a board. Okay, thank you. Have a good evening.
You.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a good one.